Shalom, Havadim. I'm trying to get a good angle so you guys can see me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, morning. It's Wednesday, December 5th. Listen, I got the date right. Okay, now, I got the date right this morning because I cheated and I kind of looked at my phone before I started recording. Otherwise, please, y'all know I would have it wrong because I don't care about this system and the time and all that. I could care less. Really. If I could sleep like half my day and then just be up half my day praising Abba, it'd be great. Anyway, as you can hear, probably from my windshield wipers and just how it looks kind of gray in here, it is raining this morning in Oakland. And oh, let me turn that off because it's irritating. And yeah, I'm having a good morning. I mean, I feel really good. I hope you guys had a great morning too. Gave Abba your first fruits and just, you know, just living your life and letting the Ruach blow in your life. And that's what this, you know, that's what this little message is going to be about. We're just going to hover for a minute, and wherever the Ruach leads this conversation is where it leads this conversation. Now, there was something I did want to talk to you guys about, which is Hanukkah. Now, I just wanted to kind of talk to you all, everybody, the MISHPACHA, Havadim, and especially those who have messaged me or sent me a post asking me about, you know, how my Hanukkah is going, what me and Quadric might be doing. So I apologize if I've given you like short answers, because what happened was, now usually every year, you know, me and Quadric will meet at the calendar that's in my kitchen, and we'll go ahead and mark the days off for Hanukkah. But something happened this year where, I don't know, you guys, I'm so grateful because I think we're so close. The Nechtef is right at the corner. You know, it's right around the corner. We are at the door, but just something didn't feel right in my Ruach about honoring and celebrating the Hanukkah, you know, the Festival of Lights, the festival or the Feast of Dedication, according to the world's calendar. And I didn't know what it was at the time. I just told Quadric, I said, well, no, let's not mark off the days. Something don't feel right about these days. And he was like, oh, okay. And so shortly after that, I was presented with the calendar that Nick Vanderlaan presents. And I'm telling you, I don't keep up with different calendars. I could care less. It's all about how the Ruach blows in my life. And if the Ruach, I don't care what the calendar says, the Ruach knows you're gonna, you know, honor this festival or this moed at this time, that's what I do, despite what anyone else does. And the reason I do that is because, you know, when I first started honoring Abba's Qodesh, anointed and appointed times, I got so caught up into trying to keep up with the Hebraic movement and what they're doing and the Jews and how they did it and what they cooked and all that crap, to where I didn't realize that although it was a humbling experience, I just didn't feel as washed by the experience as I probably would have been if I would have listened to the Ruach and not been chasing other traditional things that other families were doing. Because as for me and my house, he wants us to do it in a particular way. And I found that out very quickly. So anyway, I say all that to say we are not honoring Hanukkah on the traditional calendar date this year. We'll be celebrating, because it is a celebration, hallelujah, next week, around the 12th or the 13th is when we'll be honoring Hanukkah. And we're going to go all out. I mean, we always do, you know, we have a couple of menorahs, Hanukkah, you know, a couple of Hanukkahs. We read the book of Maccabees every year. We might not get all the way through it. We read scriptures, we just talk, and we get intimate with each other, pitch our tent with each other, and we pitch our tent with Abba and let him lead the way. Now, with that being said, as for you and your house, you make sure that you're honoring Abba in the way that the Ruach blows for you and your home. It might be different. It might be different for you. But don't get so caught up into what others are doing that you forget to move as the Ruach blows you a certain way. If he's blowing and trying to move you and guide you and counsel you in one way, make sure that you're not so stiff and hardened in your heart that you're not bendable and you're not listening to him, but listening to others. Even if they are Qodesh, even if they're in the MISHPACHA, even if they're, online or whatever, it's very important that we follow what Abba wants for us and our home and our household. Because, I'm a true believer, and I know this as a fact as far as my situation goes. Abba knows everybody's situation. Everyone's home is different. He knows your situation. He knows your heart, and he knows what's going on with you and your household members. So don't get so caught up into being so dogmatic about having to celebrate or honor something in a particular way because you see other people doing it, and then you might cause strife in your home because maybe your spouse or maybe your children, they're not with it, So you have to use wisdom. But again, if you're being led by the Ruach, everything will go smoothly. We enter into strife in our home and in our lives and in our heart when we are not being ECHAD with the Ruach. And, it's just important. And because I love this thing so much. And I love, my MISHPACHA, my family that Abba has given me. I hate to hear anyone having, issues in their home because members of their home are not Qodesh with Elohim or are not being led by the Ruach. And they are being either dogmatic or just refusing to be bendable to the Ruach and keeping peace and shalom in their home. When you keep peace and shalom in your home, that is honoring Elohim. And that is letting him know that you're relying on him to be the fixer and the restoration king, because that is his business. He's all about restoration. But it all starts with you. Whenever I feel like, this is just me personally. Whenever I feel like I'm having maybe a difficult time, or if I get an inkling that I need to correct something or whatever, I ask Abba, and you can do this too, but of course do it in your own way. I ask him just in my own words because he knows me, just to continue to make me over, Abba. Continue to make me over. Show me what it is within me that you want me to change and that you need to change for me. Not that I can do on my own, because I can't do it on my own, but make me over. Help me to see me through your eyes, through Yeshua's eyes, through the Ruach's eyes, so that I am pleasing to you. Because, like I said in my other video, it's very easy to be subtly enticed into darkness. And you might think that you're being Qodesh. You might think that you're being ECHAD and being washed by the word, but you're not. It's very easy. So whenever you feel like that, and if you're in a situation where it's Hanukkah or any of the Moeds, and you might, live with family members, the decision makers of the home, or even older children that they're just, we don't want to do that. We want to celebrate Christmas, or we don't want to do this. We want to celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, you have to consider them. And considering them is considering Abba Yahweh. Take it to him. Take it to him. And I don't know, maybe honor his MOEDIM in a private way where it's just you and him, away from those family members that don't want to participate. Especially if you're a wife and your husband is not ECHAD with Elohim, and I would also think if you're a husband and your wife is not ECHAD with Elohim. But keeping shalom in the home and leading by example and showing them, how peaceful you can be, because blessed is the peacemaker, and letting Elohim lead the way, he'll turn that thing right around. And you don't have to do anything, but just continue honoring him and let the Ruach blow in your life and move in your life the way that he wants you to move. If you're blowing, you blow. If you blow in your own wind, you're gonna be irritated and agitated and aggravated every single time, because it's not everlasting. The Ruach is everlasting. So when he blows, you move and be thankful that he loves you enough to blow your way. It's amazing. It's just, Whew. Abba. Thank you, Abba, for this day. So anyway, I've made it to my office, you guys. I love y'all so much. This is the day Yahweh has made. Let us rejoice in the CHEDWAH of it. Shalom. Till next time.